Cue the intro.
I kid!
Hello YouTube, this is the Creative Duelist here, and I've been making decks creative since 2016. Welcome. You thought I was actually Ace of Bats, didn't you, for a second? Silly, silly, silly. Anyway, before I get started with this deck profile, I'd like to say a big thank you to Team MLB, Ace of Bats, for allowing me to post this on his channel. He did request for me to do an Odd Eyes deck profile, as well as J Melody, so I figured I'd, come through for the team. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all my card choices and all that good stuff. I'm going to talk about a couple of things and all that cool stuff. So anyway, let's get started with the deck profile. So for the monsters, playing triple Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. This card is so great. It's very important to play at 3, because when an Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to special summon a Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or grave, which is so great. You can just bring back your Odd Eyes Vortexes that are dead in your graveyard, which is very powerful, and it's just field advantage all round. Continuing on with my lineup, playing triple Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. This card is great. It's just a 1 scale, and of course, if your opponent does target your Odd Eyes monster, while this card was in the Pendulum scale, he basically allows you to place one face-up Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck into your Pendulum zone. So he allows you to have a Pendulum scale set up, basically, so you don't have, so it prevents you from, like having no Pendulum scale to set up, so you won't be able to make any plays for next turn if your opponent tries to blow you out, which is a nifty effect. It's kind of odd, it doesn't come up very often, but it does come up sometimes. And then of course, playing the double Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. This card is amazing, being able to inflict 1,200 points of damage to your opponent when this card inflicts battle damage. And its Pendulum scale is quite decent if you have another Odd Eyes monster in your Pendulum scale, including himself as well. If you battle with an opponent's monster, you can buff your monster by 1,200, which is really nice. And then of course, continuing with my lineup of Odd Eyes, playing the double Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Pretty self-explanatory. The double Mirage. Mirage is, yeah, it's okay. I play him because he's just an 8. He's a bigger scale as well. Just trying to keep my scale consistency to a minimum. I don't want to kind of play, less of what I need or more than what I don't need, sort of thing. But Mirage comes in handy. You can play one if you'd like. It's up to personal preference. And of course, I'm playing the double Performer Pal Odd Eyes Synchron. This card, it's really good. I like it for its synchro aspect, because I do play a lot of synchros in this build. You can clog if you draw 2 of it, but it's up to personal preference. You can just play the 1, but yes. Continuing on, playing 1 Odd Eyes Dissolver. This card is so great. It's literally polymerization in the flesh, so you can literally polymerization and fuse and make your Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, which is really nice. And of course, the Lancer Dragon. This card is so great. I love this card. It's very easy to summon, and it's like an Armades as well. The 1 Noble Dragon. This is kind of for the non-Odd Eyes monsters. The 1 Noble Dragon Magician. You could basically special summon it from your hand by basically making an Odd Eyes monster level, reducing it to 4. You can also use this for link fodder as well, which is really cool. And that's pretty much why I play it. Continuing on, playing the 1 Yuga Golem for the fusion. He's like an Odd Eyes Dissolver, but Dissolver is much better. And then continuing on, the double Astral Grath Sorcerer. This card is so great. It's a free summon. You can make some cool rank 7 plays, as well as you can use it for link fodder if you'd like. And then of course, I'm playing the double Colonel Sanders, the double Chicken, the Mist Valley Apex Avion, because it's just such a great card. It's so stunning. It's like a solemn judgment in the flesh that bounces itself back to your hand, and you can resummon it, which is so great. So anyway, let's go round up the monsters. Continuing on with the spells now, we're going with the triple Spiral Flame Strike. So great. You can pretty much search your level 7 Odd Eyes monsters from your deck, which is very powerful. A triple Sky Iris, so great. Blow up a card, search an Odd Eyes monster, or Odd Eyes card in general, and it protects your scales, which is really nice. And of course, the 2-ofs, double Terraforming, double Duelist Alliance to search for the Arc Pendulum Dragon, the double Scapegoat for the Link plays, the 1 Odd Eyes Fusion. Again, we do play different ways of making Odd Eyes Vortex, so we can use the Dissolver or the Yugo Golem, and you only just need 1. I thought 2 was just inconsistent. 1 Wavering Eyes. It's not so great in this build because, again, we don't want to blow up our Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum monster. It comes in handy sometimes. It's always good to just play 1 Wavering Eyes in this build. 1 Regeki and 1 Ignite Reload. This is my spicy tech. There's some times where I do brick. I end up drawing like 2 of these, 2 Mirages and some, rubbish. It comes in handy. It's just my personal preference. It's a spicy tech. You do not have to play this. It's up to personal preference, of course. So that's going to round up pretty much. Going to spells, go over the traps. I play 2 Solemn Strike. Not really anything much to go here. You can play Pot of Desires over this because I've seen some more, consistency based decks where you really need your pieces, or if you can just go for a stun variant. But anyway, that's going to round up the whole main deck. Going on to the extra deck, playing double Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. This card is great. It's a solemn judgment in the flesh as well, by being able to just shuffle a pendulum monster to negate whatever your opponent does. And it also it's a compulse upon special summon, which is really nice. The rest of the fusions, 1 Starving Venom, and then of course the Supreme Starving Venom as well, for another fusion monster as well. This is optional, the Odd Eyes Venom Dragon. I don't have room for it, so if you folks want to play this, you can play this to your heart's content, but you don't have to. For the synchros, 1 Beazle, 1 Supreme King Dragon Clearwing for the nuke, 1 Ignister to bounce stuff that can't be targeted, well, shuffle stuff that can't be targeted, and the 1 Meteor Burst Dragon, because what kind of Odd Eyes deck would this be without Meteor Burst? Meteor Burst is so great. Going on with the XYZs, I'm playing 1 Big Eye, 1 Absolute, and 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. This is just kind of my lineup. I know people love to play 2 copies of this, but it's up to personal preference. You could cut the Big Eye if you'd like, and play a second copy of Absolute. It's up to you. For the links, playing double Mrs. Radiant, 1 Proxy Dragon, and of course the 1 Topologic Bomber Dragon to round up my extra deck. I don't have the Electrumite. Too expensive. You can play that if you'd like, if you can afford it. This is more of a budget option. You can play whatever you like. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you folks enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. Comment down below. Feedback is always nice to hear. Big shout out to Ace of Bats for allowing me to post on his channel. It is an honor. Thank you very much, Ace of Bats. Make sure you subscribe to me and my good buddy here, Ace of Bats. Make sure you subscribe to both our channels for further content. So yes, this is the Creative Duelist signing off, and I shall see you in my next video. Take care and stay creative.